after the woman finished her shower and entered the bedroom. The man was lying on the bed with a lecherous grin. The next second, his girlfriend tossed her panties at him. When Nick picked them up, the size was so huge it made him question reality. It turned out that Nick had been hypnotized by a master, making every kind-hearted woman appear as a beauty in his eyes. What looked like an overweight woman to others appeared to him as a stunning goddess. Nick and his girlfriend bought a jumbo cup of milk tea, but after just a quick glance away, the massive drink was already empty. While rowing a boat, his girlfriend could effortlessly lift Nick up. When diving into the water, she was like a human depth charge. Even a chair couldn't support her weight. Under Nick's attentive care, their relationship quickly blossomed, and soon it was time to meet her parents. To his surprise, his girlfriend's father turned out to be his boss. The boss was convinced that Nick was only pursuing his daughter to get his hands on the company. Nick firmly refuted the accusation with a serious face. His sincerity moved the boss, and the very next day, Nick was promoted to vice president of the company. Nick excitedly informed his friends and family that he and his girlfriend would be getting married next month. Everyone was shocked by the news. Nick's friend Jack couldn't stand it anymore. He found the master who had hypnotized Nick, and obtained the spell to undo it. Jack then immediately called Nick, and recited the incantation. Nick's vision returned to normal. The elegant receptionist turned into a cross-dressing man, and sitting in his girlfriend's place was actually a 300-pound woman. Jack explained that this was her real appearance. At that moment, a buck-toothed girl came up to greet Nick. Nick claimed he had never met her, but she reminded him they had chatted and hit it off in a taxi before. Faced with reality, Nick became confused and didn't know how to deal with his girlfriend. He chose to avoid her, refusing to meet and even ignoring her calls. His girlfriend persistently sought him out. In a moment of crisis, Nick covered his eyes and pretended to be sick. A neighbor tried to make a move on Nick, but was caught by his passing girlfriend. She was heartbroken, cursed Nick over the phone, and announced their breakup. The next day, Nick was fired by his boss. In truth, Nick had rejected the neighbor's advances. After spending so much time together, he had fallen in love with his girlfriend's inner beauty. Nick went to apologize, saying he was willing to spend the rest of his life making up for his mistakes. Although he used all his strength, he still couldn't lift his girlfriend, but she could easily lift him. Perhaps that was the power of love.